Alright, so I recently made and released this new epic plugin called VOYDCUTTR, which is basically a all-in-one spectral filter and spectral gate that can just do like a ton of different things. But because it can do so many different things, I should probably make like a video explaining how everything works. So I'm gonna do that now. And so this is a plugin. When you install it, you're actually gonna first want to get plug data effects. So you can get this from plugdata.com, and this is what it runs in. It's like the wrapper. I have it favorited, but if you want to get it, you just open patch. When you're in your folder, you're gonna want to just open this thing that has the .pd extension. This is the thing it's gonna open. So you open that, and wow, we're in the thing. Let's get like a pad on this. Thank you, Nasco. I'm going to be using one of your pads. Sounds good enough. So right now, it's not doing anything. By default, it's like doing the wavetable option, and it had the drawing thing in the trailer, but it was originally going to make drawing the default, but because of some complications, it's not the default. Let's just turn on drawing mode because that's easier right now. But so this is the filter shape that it defaults to, and we can change the width of this. And by changing the movement, we can do that. And if you disable movement altogether, you could just double click a thing to disable the movement. We can also use offset to just like tweak it manually. I'm gonna loop that. So this could just be moved like that. That's useful for like just small adjustments, especially if you want a low width and you want to like set that to something. So what this can do, you can also just kind of treat it like a spectral EQ, sorta. It's not the best spectral EQ in the world because I made this linear and not logarithmic. I'm probably going to make it logarithmic in an update or like have that as an option. But for now, it's just like that. And then we change that. So that's what offset does. And movement. Having small peaks like this, also very fun. Oh yeah, and here's the block size. It just changes the amount of bins that it's filtering. If we make like a bunch of little peaks, we get this kind of a sound. It's very weird. And then there's power, which just changes like the strength of the filter. Basically just crossfades between them. That's pretty much it. That's basically all for the drawing, except for gate mode, which gate mode is like a whole thing, but we'll just go over wavetables now. So for wavetables, this is the supporter wavetable stuff, but I'm just gonna choose a good thing that's good for phasers. This is the basic shapes. This comes in the standard edition. You don't need supporter edition for this wavetable, but this just comes with some preset shapes. This one's fun, and then this. Then there's this one. Just a sine wave. It sounds kind of different than the other one. And then this triangle. Also like subtly different, but... And then we just have like a rectangle. And then... then we have this. And this. And then that. So those are all like the basic shape things. I'm just gonna, because I can, I'm gonna briefly show like the potential of this with the supported wavetables. This is like a shrinking band. Pretty simple. Just does that. Then we have like this thing, which is really cool, which is like, it's kind of the thing we did with the peaks, but like just reset like that. It's a bit quiet, but that's a really cool effect. And especially if we put like OTT on this, then this sounds really cool. Especially at the higher block sizes. Oh, I forgot how good that sounds. That's so peak. And of course it works with gate. At lowest power, it just lets it through and it starts gating at these things. Whatever. Another thing, what's a double spring is fun. This works best at lower ones and shorter movement. Oh, right, maximum power. Yeah, anyway. Wavetable thing, very fun. Very cool. Onto fill table. This doesn't sound the best with like the wavetables that are normally there, but if you get just like any wavetable, I'm gonna keep using the supported wavetables. You get stuff like that. Oh, I'm gonna disable OTT. Never mind, I'm re-enabling it. It just sounds better. Everything's better with OTT. I'm gonna use another one like this. It sounds very different. It's a very cool feature that I totally did not steal from Kilohearts. It's another... this one's fun. Yeah. And of course it works with gate, but doesn't... In my opinion, it doesn't sound the best with gate. But it works. It works with gate. And then finally we have vocode. By default, if you have nothing that's vocoding into it, you can actually just use this like a normal spectral gate. I don't know why it's buzzing. But... I don't know, maybe it's the input gain? I don't know. But... you could just use this like a normal spectral gate if nothing's vocoding to it. But if we do have something else, like a bass loop, let's go to Virtual Riot. I love Virtual Riot basses. Virtual Riot, my beloved. Let's just take this generic one that you've probably heard a million times if you've tested sound design stuff like this. Alright, of course, we gotta sidechain. And we gotta disable... Oh yeah, also since this pad is like, it doesn't have much high gain, it's not gonna sound much good. It's not gonna sound the best. Now it sounds alright. We can change like the release, the attack, and then we have this gate. So that it doesn't just like trail on forever, which it can do sometimes. I'm gonna high gain this even more. This works best on super saws and stuff, but yeah. Super saws have a lot of high gain, so it'll work better, but... So this is like already cool color base, but like the thing is the gate actually comes before the attack and release, so you can do this. Just make it like really watery. It's really cool sounding. Let's put OTT after this again. Anyway, gate vocoding is kind of interesting. I think it sounds best at like these two block sizes for the gate vocoding. Just a very interesting sound IMO in my opinion. I don't know why it's like resonating weirdly like that. Let's do like another bass loop. Ooh, this one might sound good for color bass. Oh, I was right. That sounds really... Oh. Still don't know why it's resonating so much like that, but... Oh, that is good. Let's actually change the pad to like a Xylem one. I don't know. It's clipping, but whatever. Actually, what I'm gonna do now is like just quickly do a chord progression just to like show that I can do this dynamically. All right, now we have a chord progression that I made. I'm just gonna disable VOYDCUTTR. That's just what it sounds like, and then we turn it on. Also, something I want to note, like, it might seem a little weird that we're using this as the sidechain instead of this, because normally vocoders work, you would put it on this thing and it would get it from this. But because of the way this plugin works, it's just like using filter shapes. And it's just taking something from here and applying it as a filter shape to the thing on here. And that's kind of how normal vocoders would work. The root signal from a vocoder is actually the thing you're sidechaining it to, and then it modulates it with this thing. And technically, since this is just using spectrum multiplication, neither one of these is really the carrier or the modulator. They're just kind of carrying and modulating each other. But technically, if you want to be like the sidechain thing would be the modulator, sort of, kind of, because it's like the thing we're most manipulating in the plugin, and that's what normally you would manipulate with a vocoder. But yeah, I hope this was a good demonstration. Please get this plugin. I spent so long on it and made it free, which maybe wasn't the best idea, but it's really powerful, and I think people would probably really like it. It does a ton of cool stuff. I don't know, I suck at outros.